everyone. So today we're diving into something a little emotional, a little creative, and totally personal. How to generate song lyrics based on your current mood using ChatGPT. Whether you're feeling joyful, heartbroken, nostalgic, or just vibing with a rainy afternoon, we'll explore how to channel those emotions into powerful lyrics. As always, check the pinned comment for extra resources like bonus prompt ideas and lyric templates tailored to different genres. Alright, let's turn feelings into lyrics. Here we go. Okay, so for this method, we'll ask ChatGPT exactly what mood we're in or ask it to generate lyrics that match that emotional tone. Just think of this like setting the emotional GPS before your creative journey. Okay. For instance, right here, though we're about to type or just paste off the prompt that I just crafted. Let's say I'm feeling emotionally exhausted, but there's this undercurrent of hope, like I'm tired, but still dreaming. I want lyrics that reflect that exact mix. So let's try this one. All right. Okay. Here's the whole prompt. I'm just going to point out I want a full verse and a chorus for, let's say, an indie folk song. And yep, the mood, deep emotional exhaustion, sorry about that, layered with a quiet, persistent hope, just like how it's similar to what I described earlier. Nature-based imagery, like flickering dawn or wilted leaves, like those details of the lyrics keep the language poetic and reflective. Okay, let's see how ChatGPT would channel that with my prompt for its creation right about now. All right, here it is. Okay, here's the first verse, going down to the chorus, and there we go. So let's give it a read. The trees are whispering lullabies through windows cracked in, weather-worn, Yale lanterns ways winds that sigh like echoes of a vow forlorn. My bones are tired, my hands are slow. Oh god, okay, this is a little embarrassing for me to read this while singing. Okay, each step a stone and river slow, but still the sky in amber drawn holds tight the thread of flickering dawn. Going down, hear a chorus, and I am wilted leaves and rain, clinging soft to silent flame, but somewhere under frost and pain, the roots remember how to grow again. So let the morning take its time. I'll wait beneath the crooked pine for hope to bloom quiet and kind like wildflowers on the other side. Yeah, you know what? That's actually not that bad. I'm still cringing at myself for singing while reading that. So yeah, I could already imagine with a soft guitar or any percussion instruments in the background. So yeah, let's see how it actually describes with the current mood that I just included here in my prompt. And here's how it translated through this generated lyrics from ChatGPT. And yeah, that's kind of the energy that I actually wanted here. Just give it a try. Really that simple. All right. Yeah. Let's take things up a notch. Instead of just saying how we feel, what if we translated that feeling into a metaphor or central image and let that drive the lyrics? Using ChatGPT right here. Sometimes saying I'm sad isn't enough, but saying like this metaphor of my ribs are an empty hallway echoing footsteps that never arrive. Now that hits. See? So let's give ChatGPT again a metaphor for the mood and see how it shapes the lyrics around that. Alright, let me paste this over here. Okay. Once again, a verse and a chorus. Let's say we go for indie folk song again, but this time we'll go with this same metaphor. Okay, frame the lyrics around someone. Okay, we gotta be more detailed, like waiting for an emotional connection that never comes. I feel like this is kind of a like a one-sided love, unrequited love, kind of like that. Tone should be melancholic, yet gently hopeful, with subtle rhyme and soft rhythm. Okay, so let's send this off right about now. Boom. Okay. Here it is, the lyrics. Okay. Here's my prompt. Here are the lyrics. Okay. Verse. My ribs are an empty hallway. Echoing footsteps that never arrive. Okay. Same metaphor. Okay. Each creak of the floorboards may be a whisper that keeps me alive. The dust dances slow in the lamplight, like thoughts I can't brush away. Still setting the day for two at the close of another gray day. Okay, chorus. But I keep the door unlocked, the porch light on at night. Though silence fills the spaces where your voice might fit just right, I've planted hope in the cracks where the cold wind slips inside, still waiting in the hallway for a love that's yet to arrive. Okay, so as you'll see, this already gave structure and imagery that was wrapped up, then an emotion based off this phrase or metaphor or anything. So yeah, it's kind of the easiest way to make lyrics feel cinematic and personal. So you can see matches there up to this one right here. All right, so before we get to the last one, if you find this video helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe to get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you could take just 2 seconds to smash that like button, it would help us get traction in the YouTube algorithm. Now here's a creative curveball. Write from the opposite of how you're feeling. If you're feeling drained, write lyrics as if you're overflowing with energy, but from a place of longing. This adds nuance and can create emotionally rich tension in your songwriting. So, here's my prompt right here. Okay, simple as that. Verse, chorus, same thing, indie folk song, but this time it's a different one. Perspective of someone who appears full of life and purpose on the outside, but is internally struggling with emotional exhaustion. Okay, contrasting imagery, like, for example, dancing in sunlight with thunder in my chest. Oh, okay, this one, damn, really nailed that. Okay, and aim for a bittersweet, poetic tone. Okay, now let's send this off right about now, and let's see with what I asked ChatGPT here on to flip the feeling, and it's just writing from the shadow of your mood. Okay, let's send this off. Let's read it out. Okay, here it is. Okay, verse. I laugh like the bloom of a summer field, spin in the wind like nothing to feel, but inside I'm drowning in slow, silent storms, smiling through tremors that never look worn. There's gold in my voice, an ache in my breath. See? Contrasting. And yep, it really nailed that. Dancing in sunlight with thunder in my chest. Yep, same one from my prompt. I'm a flame that flickers even as it glows. The river that smiles while it quietly erodes. You see me rising with petals in my hair, but I'm stitching myself from thin fraying air. So don't mistake my shiver for rest. There's a war behind this Sunday dress. Okay, you can actually feel, again, the contrasting imagery right there. And yeah, the ache underneath that joy. It's subtle. And that's what makes it powerful. So this technique is so quite underrated, I must say. Just for the emotional storytelling in this songwriting with the help of ChatGPT. And yeah, that's it for today's lyric journey, or maybe a therapy session with a melody. If you try any of these prompts, let me know in the comments how it went. So, until next time, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.